Now we're going to derive the laws of exponent and multiplies and divides polynomials. We're going to talk about the law of exponents and its application, specifically in multiplication and division of polynomials. In the process of multiplication and division of polynomials, you need to apply the laws of exponent. Remember that an exponent tells how many times the base will be multiplied by itself. In any number a to the n, a is the base and n is the exponent. 5 to the 3 means, or 5 cube is 5 times 5 times 5. So multiply, multiply 3, 5. So this is the exponent. The exponent is 3 and 5 is the base. And x times x times x times x, you can rewrite this as x to the power of 5 because x is multiplied to itself 4 times or 5 times. There are 5x multiplied. So here the base is x and the exponent is 5. So simplify by writing in exponential form 2 to the power of 6 because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 being 6, 2 being multiplied, and here it's you put it inside the parentheses. Kailangan nasa loob siya ng parentheses kasi kapag hindi, it is wrong. So 3a multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4 4 times. So 3a, there are 4 3a. For this one, negative 4 raised to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 4 raised to the power of 5. For this one, gawin mo naman siya from exponential form, gawin mong expanded form. So 2x to the power of 4 is equal to 2x, 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 2x multiplied. X to the power, xy to the power of 7, the quantity xy raised to the power of 7 is xy. So mag-multiply ka lang ng 7 na xy. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative AB raised to the power of 6 is negative AB times 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 negative AB. Or you could put it inside the parentheses if you don't want the period, which is easier to understand. Exponents have their own rule in performing mathematical operations. So there are many laws of exponents, and the first law is the product law of exponent. Any number m in integer x and y, m to the x times m to the y is equal to mx plus y. So to make it better understood, there are some examples. The base must be the same before you can add the exponent. So b to the 2 times b to the 3 is equals to b, 2 plus 3 is b to the 5. 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 2 times 2 to the 3 times 2 is equal to 2 to the 2 times 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 1. Because if there is no exponent, the exponent is always 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 1, it's 2 to the 6. And 2 to the 6 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 64. Or another example is 3 to the 2 times 3 to the 4. So it is equal to 3 to the 6, which is equal to the 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is equal to 700, if I'm right. 9, this is 9, this is 9, this is 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. And 81 times 9, it's 729. So 3 to the 6 is equal to 729. 2 to the 4 times 3 to the 3 is equal to the same. If you're not going to simplify them, the answer is just the same. You cannot add them. Hindi mo pwede na gawin siyang 2 to the 7 or 3 to the 7 because the bases are not the same. So, hindi sila magkatulad. So, all you have to do is kunin mo itong 2 to the 4, kunin mo ang 3 to the 3, tapos i-times mo na sila. So, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 27. So, i-times mo lang yung dalawa, yun ang sagot. Next, the quotient law of exponents. Again, sa product law, kailangan na magkaparehong bases. Dito rin yan sa quotient law of exponents. They should have the same bases. So for example, if it is quotient law, if it in here product law plus, dito naman sa quotient law is minus. For example, x2 over x3 is equal to x2 minus 3, which is equal to x to the negative 1, or which is equal to x to the negative 1. So, ganyan muna. Next, x to the 2, which is equal to x to the 3, which is easier. Kapag ganito, isulat mo siya kung saan ang mas malaking exponent. So, kung mas malaki ang exponent dito, 3, dito sa baba, so dito mo isulat yung x. Tapos 3, bawasan mo ng 2. 3 minus 2. Kasi again, if it is division, all you have to do is subtract the exponent. So, 1 to the power of x. Dito, 1 to the x, dito x to the 1. The same process pa rin yan siya. Magkatulad dapat ang answer. You could use this one or you could use this one. So, x to the negative 1, kailangan kasi exponent is positive. So, ang gagawin mo, isulat mo yan siya sa baba ng fraction para magiging positive siya. 1 to the x to the 1 or equal to 1 to the or 1 over x, which are they are just the same. It is up to you kung anong gagamitin mo, ganito ba or ganito. Another example is y to the power of 5 over y to the 6, which is equal to 1 y 5 minus 6, which is equal to y to the negative 1, which is also 1 over y. So that's it. M to the x where over m to the y is equal to mx minus y if x is greater than y. So if x malaki dito sa taas, so all you have to do is like this. If x is equals to y, so you could also have minus pa rin. However, if it is x is less than y, kung mas mataas, mas malaki daw ditong exponent sa baba, so isulat mo siyang ganito. The same as this one. Halimbawa, a2 divided by a2 is equal to a2 minus 2, which is equal to a to the 0, which is also equal to 1. So, that's another example. So, it is up to you kung anong gagamitin mo. You could have it like this, and you can also have it like that. So, for next law would be or another example for the product law is like this one. So, for the quotient law. So, example, a to the 5 over a to the 2 is equal to this one. So, like this is the cancellation law. So, you can also have this one, but using the laws of exponents, simply multiply, simply deduct 2 from 5. So, a to the 5 minus 2 is equal to a to the 3. It is also the same as this one, so the cancellation law. Diba, a to the 5 is a times a times a times a times a. Tapos a to the 2 is a times a. Tapos i-cancel nilang yung, kung mag-cancel ka ng a sa taas, kailangan mo rin mag-cancel ng a sa baba. So, cancel. So, ang natira na lang is tatlong a, so a to the 3. So, for this one, a to the 2 minus a to the 4. So, if ganito, cancel. So, sa taas, wala nang natira. So, you write 1 over a to the 2 because 1, 2. So, dalawang a. Kapag wala nang natira, it's equal to 1. Similarly, you can use also this process, a2 over a to the 4 kasi mas malaki ang exponent sa baba. So, isulat mo sa baba si a. Tapos, 4 minus 2 is equal to a to the 2. Lagyan mo ng 1 sa taas. Or, a4 is equal to a2 minus 4, which is equal to a to the negative 2. Very good. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Kasi kailangan mong gawing positive yung exponent. So, ilagay mo siya sa baba, a to the 2. If you find it confusing, kung gusto mong isa lang process, so ganito ang gagawin mo. All you have to do is subtract the exponent. Kahit saan ang mas malaki, pwede mo itong gawin ng ganitong process. However, all you have to be reminded is, you need to have a non-positive, a non-negative pala na exponent. So, dapat positive lang lahat ng exponent. Number 3 is the product of our power of a power rule. Any number m and integers x and y. So, therefore, m to the x times to the y is equal to mx times y. So better understood this one, all you have to do is like this. So a to the 2 times 3 is equal to a to the 2 times 3. Times mo lang yung, or a to the 2 to the 3 is 2 times 3. Times mo lang yung exponent. So times mo yung exponent, so 2 times 3 is equals to 6. So for another example, a squared over b cubed to the power of 2 is equal to, times mo lang yung exponent dito, a 2 times 2 is 4, b 3 times 2 is equal to b to the 6. So kapag a times a squared times a squared is equal to a to the 4 kasi 2 plus 2. So this is 2 plus 2 which is equal to a to the 4. So iba na siya kapag ganito. So 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 na siya. Times lang gagawin. It's not plus. So 8 to the 6. Next, the power of a product. Power of a product, any number m and n, integers x, m to the n to the power of x, or mn to the power of x is equal to m to the x, n to the x. So anong nangyari? Dinistribute yung exponent. So, dinistribute dito, dinistribute rin dyan. So, di ba, A1 or A2, 3, it's A to the 6 because 2 times 3. What if A2, B2, or B3 to the power of 4? So, distribute mo rin yung exponent, times mo. This is multiplication. So, A2 times 4, B3 times 4. So, it is equal to A8, B12, X, Y, 2, 3. So, dito, kapag walang exponent, is also 1. It is considered 1. So, X, 1 times 3, X to the 3, Y, 2, 3, Y, 2 times 3, 6. So, this is the answer. X cubed, Y cubed. Power of a quotient. So, any number m and n, integers x. So, m, n, to the power of x is equals to mx and x. So n to the x, n to the x. So this is almost the same as this one. However, this is a quotient of two numbers. So 3 over 2 raised to the power of 3 is 3 times, di ba kapag walang exponent, may exponent to 1. So 1 times 3, 3. 2 times 2 is 3. Okay, 1 times 3 is 3. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So another example, a squared b cubed raised to the power of 4. So 8 times mo lang yung exponent. So 2 times 4, 8. b, 3 times 4, 12. So 8 times mo lang yung exponent. So again, you cannot divide them. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung rule na ito or this law because magkaiba yung base. So this is A tapos ito B, so hindi mo pwedeng gawin. So if this is A, pwede mong gawin ganito. However, because they are not similar, so you cannot use the second law. Next, the application is the multiplication and division of polynomials. So for us to be able to multiply and divide polynomials, we need to understand the laws of exponents. So for example, multiply 3xy times 4xz. So for this one, you can have this kind of solution. It's 3 times 4, 8 times mo yung 3 times 4, 8 times mo yung xx, isang x dito, isang x dito. So, xx, tapos y, at tapos z. So, multiply the numerical coefficients, add only the exponents of the same variable, and copy the rest of the variables. So, multiply the numerical coefficients, 3 times 4, 12. Tapos, add only the exponent of the same variable. So, ang magkapareho lang ng variable, si x at saka si x. So, x to the 2. Kasi, x times x, diba, is i-add mo yung exponent. So, 1 plus 1, x to the 2. Tapos ito, kopyahin mo na lang y kasi walang ibang y. Kopyahin mo rin yung z kasi walang ibang z. So, another way of doing this is like this. So, it's equal to, times mo yung mga number, 3 times 4, 12. Tapos, sa mga x dito, i-times yung lahat ng x, yung magkapareho yung variables. So, x at saka x. So, may isang x dito, isang x. Tapos, exponent is 1. Exponent ni y is 1. Exponent ni x is 1. Exponent ni z is 1. So, sa mga x muna, i-plus yung exponent kasi times. So, x, 1 plus 1, 2. Walang y dito, so all you have to do is copy. Walang z sa kabila, so all you have to do is copy. So, that's another way of doing this other than this one. For another example is find the product of 3abc times 4a squared. This should be squared plus 3a minus 5. So, if you're going to rewrite it using, like, you do this like this, and then you're going to use distributive property. Distributive, ibig sabihin ito, i-times mo dito. So, 3abc times 4a squared plus, copy plus, 3abc times 3a. You can have minus in here, pero ang ginawa dito plus, pero negative yung 5. So, plus, another plus again, plus 3abc times negative 5. 3abc times negative 5. Multiply it. 3 times 4, kasi times mo yung lahat ng mga numbers. 3 times 4 is 12. May a dito, may a dito. So, i-plus mo yung exponent. A to the 3. Kasi a dito is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Tapos walang b dito sa loob. So, i-copy lang pala yung b at saka c. Copy plus. Times mo yung numbers. 3 times 3, 9. Sa a, exponent dito is 1. Exponent rin dito is 1. So, i-add mo yung exponent. 1 plus 1, 2 ang exponent ni a. Dito, b. So, nag-iisa lang yung b. So, copy. Positive 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. A, B, C. Copy A, B, C kasi walang A, B, C dito sa kabila. So, another example is 4x y squared times 3x y cubed squared plus negative 2xy. So, let's have this. So, distribute. So, we'll do it automatically. We're not going to rewrite it, but you can rewrite it. So, rewrite na lang tayo so that it will be easier to understand. This is xy. Distribute plus, copy this one, distribute it to here. So, 4xy squared times negative 2xy. So, this times this one plus, copy plus, times, ganito na siya. So, next, times mo yung number, 4 times 3, 12. So, may x dito, may x rin dyan. So, i-add nyo yung exponent sa mga x. 1 plus 2, 3. I-plus nyo rin yung exponent sa y. 2 plus 3, 5. Plus, times mo yung may numbers, yung mga numbers, negative 8. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. X, i-plus yung exponent ng lahat ng x. Dito 1, dito rin is 1. So, x is to the power of 2. Y to the 3. Bakit 3? Kasi 2 plus 1. So, y to the 3. Pwede nyo bang i-add itong dalawa? No. Kasi, ang ito, 3, y 5. So, hindi magkapareho yung exponent. Magkapareho yung mga letters, pero magkapareho yung exponent. Halimbawa, 8x squared y plus 4x squared y. So, kapag ganito, dahil magkaparehong x squared y, so pwede nyo ma-plus. So, you could also understand it like this. So, ang 8 na xy squared, dagdagan mo ng 4 na xy squared is equal to ilang xy squared na? 12. So, 12 na xy squared. So, next is, what is the product of m minus 4 times m squared plus 3m plus 7? So, this one is, you cannot use distributive property in here kasi, or you cannot use distributive property like this kasi isa lang dito. So, another process na naman ang gagawin dito. So, what you're going to do in here is, ang m, i-times mo sa isa't isa. So, multiply mo sa isa't isa. So, here, magiging m times m squared. First one. Plus m times 3m. Sa m muna tayo. Plus m times 7. Plus, after m, i-times mo naman. So, si negative 4. So, negative 4 times m squared. Plus, negative 4 times 3m, si 3m. Plus, negative 4 times 7. Plus, negative 4 times 7. So, m times m squared is i-plus mo yung exponent. So, 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So, m to the 3. So, saan dito si m to the 3? Why can't we see? Dito, this is quite different. Bakit na ganito na siya? Why is the given different? So, this is not... So, iba palang given dito. So, we need another sheet of paper. So, using distributive property, it will be like this. So, m times m squared. So, m times m squared is equal to m to the power of 3. Bakit? Kasi ang exponent ni m is 1. Tapos, plus mo lang yung exponent. So, m to the 3 plus m times 3m is equals to 3. You can copy 3 kasi wala namang number dito. Or may 1. So, 1 times 3, 3. So, m to the power of 2. Because this is m, 1, 1. Exponent ni 1 is, exponent pala ni m is 1. So, 1 plus 1, 2. Plus, m times 7, 7m. Isulat mo una talaga yung number. Plus, negative 4 times m squared is negative 4m squared. Plus, negative 4 times 3m, it's times mo yung numbers, negative 12m. Copy m kasi nag-iisa lang siyang m. So, plus, negative 4 plus 7 is negative 28. Itong plus negative, you can simply rewrite it as minus. So, you can simply rewrite this like this. Magkatulad lang yan sila. Plus 7m minus 4m squared minus 12m minus 28. Next, we need to arrange this one in standard form. Ibig sabihin, we're going to arrange them in descending order. Tapos m cube, mauna si m cube kasi yun siya may pinakamalaking exponent. Next, si 3m squared, yung mga m squared na. So, may m squared dito, may m squared din dito. So, negative 4m squared. Dito, 7m. After ni m squared, ang mga may m lang. Minus 12m. Tapos minus 28. So, combine like terms. May pwede bang ma-plus? Ang pwede mo ma-plus is yung may similar na literal coefficient. So, may magkaparehong literal coefficient. So, ito, m squared. So, pwede mo yung i-plus. Pero si m cube, copy lang mo lang siya kasi nag-iisa lang siya. So, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So, you can erase this one. Maging minus 1m squared. So, 7 minus 12. Kasi ito, magkapareho silang m. So, you can minus them. 7 minus 12, it's negative 5m minus 28. So, this is the answer. M cubed minus 1m squared minus 5m minus 28. So, you can have this. And there's another process which we call the vertical. You can arrange them in the vertical. It's called long multiplication. So, all you have to do is in vertical, you write them in vertical. Tapos, dapat magka-straight yung mga last number. So, this is multiplication. Parang multiplication rin siya ng whole numbers. So, you may start with m. You may start with 4 times 7. So, it's easier dito. So, times mo yun, itong negative 4. Ito, magiging negative 4 times 7. So, negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. Tapos dito naman, negative 4 times 3m is negative 4 times 3. It's negative 12m. Negative 4 times m squared. It's negative 4m squared. Diba kung 3 times m, it's 3m. m times 3, 3m pa rin. Next, pagkatapos ng negative 4, i-times mo na naman si m. So, m times 7 is 7m. So, isulat mo siya yung may sa ilalim ng may m. So, ito sa 12m lang. So, 7m. Positive 7m. Next, 3m times m or m times 3m is positive 3m squared. Kasi m times m is m squared. So, positive 3m squared. So, isulat mo dito kasi magkatulad silang m squared. M times m is positive m cube. So, positive m cube. Kasi, isulat mo siya dito kasi wala namang m cube sa taas. So, next, the same process, i-plus mo lang. So, negative 28 kasi walang numbers dito sa baba. Let's just copy negative 28 to bring down negative 28. Negative 12 plus 7, it's negative 5m. Copy mo lang yung m. Copy mo yung m squared, or ganon. Negative 4 plus 3, it's negative 1. Negative 1. Bring down mo yung m squared, m cubed, kasi m cubed. Again, kung minus dito, so negative yan siya. But multiplication, this is plus, so this is positive. Just simply bring down m cubed. So, are they the same? So, if they are the same, so therefore our answer is correct. Again, there are two ways of multiplying this like this. So, pwede mong gawin dito, distribution, or distributive property, or like this one in vertical form. Next, we'll proceed with the division. So, division of polynomials is using also the laws of exponent. So, number 4, find the quotient of 25x to the power of 5 y squared z cubed divided by 5xy cubed z squared. So, all you have to do is rewrite this like this. It's better that you're going to do it like this na over mo yun siya. So, copy it here sa taas, ito sa baba. So, next, 25 divided by 5 is 5. Kasi 25 divided by 5 is 5. So, halimbawa, kung nasa taas pala 5 tapos 25. So, kung saan yung mas malaki, doon mo siya ilagay. So, 25 divided by 5 is 5. So, ilagay mo siya sa baba. So, 1/5. Kapag walang numbers sa taas, so lagyan mo na ng 1. Next, x, tapos x cube, x to the power of 5, tapos x. Dito, kasi mas malaki dito, di ba, si 5, ang exponent, mas malaki ang exponent ni x dito sa taas. So, si x, isulat mo sa taas. 5 minus 1, kasi exponent dito is 1. Kay y, sa mas malaki dito sa baba, so isulat mo si y sa baba. 3 minus 2, i-minus mo yung exponent. Si z, nandito siya sa taas kasi mas malaki si 3 kaysa kay 2. So, 3 minus 2. Next, simplify. 5 minus 1, it's 4. X to the 4. Kay z, it's 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So, you can write 1, or you can simply do not write 1, not write 1. So, 1, y, 3 minus 2, it's 1. So, may write 1, pwede rin hindi. So, this is the answer, 5x 4z over y when you divide this by this one. What is the quotient of this one? 4x cubed plus 6x, 4x8 plus 6x to the power of 6 minus 2x to the power of 4 minus 10x squared over 2x squared. So, divide it by this one. So, you can distribute, parang i-distribute nyo yung division. So, ito muna, i-divide mo this one like this. Copy plus 6x to the power of 6. I-divide mo this one. Ang itong negative 2. Divide by this one, negative 10 or minus 10. Divide mo this one. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. X to the power of 8 minus 2. So, minus mo lang exponent. So, x minus 2, it's 6. Isulat mo siya sa taas kasi mas malaki yung 8 sa taas. So, if malaki yung sa taas mo isulat. Tapos dito, bakit walang number sa baba? Kasi kapag lagyan mo ng number sa baba, it's also 1. So, you may not write 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, x to the 6 minus 2, minus mo yung exponent, 4. Negative 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, you may write 1 or do not write 1. So, 4 minus 2, it's x to the 2. Minus 10 divided by 2, it's 5. Tapos, x to the power of 2 minus 2. So, x to the power of 2 minus 2, it's x to the 0. So, negative 5x to the 0. Or, di ba, kapag x to the 0, you can cancel it. Kasi ibig sabihin ng x to the 0 is 1. So, pwede mo yung i-cancel. So, 5. Kung may mga exponent na 0, you cannot simply, pwede nyo siyang i-erase, i-cancel. Or, for this one, pwede nyo i-cancel yan siya. So, wala ng x squared. Wala ng x. Next is, for division of polynomials by another polynomial, you have to apply these following steps. So arrange both the dividend and the divisor and the descending or ascending powers or common variables, leaving a space or replacing the missing term with 0. So to better understand this, we're going to have this example: divide 15n squared minus 2n minus 24 by 3n minus 4. So the first step is arrange both dividend and divisor in descending or ascending powers of common variables. So dito, kailangan na yung descending yung mga power ng exponent. So dito naka-descending naman siya kasi 2 tapos 1 tapos walang variable. Dito descending din siya kasi dito may variable, walang variable. So ganyan. Halimbawa kung nauna itong 2n kaysa sa 15n squared, halimbawa nakasulat siya ng ganito. So kailangan mo siyang i-rewrite na kailangan mauna itong si 15n squared. So 15n squared. So kailangan mo isulat itong positive, pero you need to consider itong mga symbol. Kung kung minus dyan, so negative itong 15. Tapos ito, negative, sunod is yung may n, tapos yung last yung walang n. So kailangan mo siyang i-rewrite para tama yung sagot. Next, after that one is, we're going to leave a space or replace the missing term with 0. Halimbawa, if there is an example like this, halimbawa kung ang example na dinivide is 15n squared minus 24 by 3n minus 4. So first is arrange, dapat naka-descending. Tapos descending order. Tapos dito, kailangan kung naka-descending order siya, kailangan it's yung consecutive. Dapat is there should be no missing term. Dito malalaman yung missing term kasi dapat, di ba, naka-descending order yung exponent. So kapag walang, halimbawa dito naka-descending order, so dito ang n squared, sunod dapat ni n squared is yung may n. Di ba kasi n cube, sunod n squared, sunod n, sunod yung walang n. So no n. So, ganyan siya, dapat naka-descending order. Dapat, kung n squared, sunod nyo yung may n lang. So, dito, kasi walang yung may n lang. So, lagyan mo na siya ng may n lang. So, all you have to do is lagyan mo ng 0n. 0n minus 24. Alam mo, kung 15n cube yan minus 24. So, ang kulang dito is n squared at saka yung n. So, lagyan mo siya ng 15n cube plus 0n squared plus 0n minus 24. Next, second step is divide the first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor to get the first term of the quotient. So itong first term, divide mo by this term. So 15n squared divided by 3n, it's 5n. So pwede mo isulat actually dito si 5n, but in here sinulat niya dito sa gilid. So it's just the same, so 5n. Next, multiply the entire divisor by term of the quotient and write the product under the dividend of similar terms. So, if this one, 5n, so to better understand, 15n squared divided by 3n is equal to 3 times the 3 divided by 5, or 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 2 minus 1, so minus mo yan, so yung minus mo yung exponent, so 2n to the 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So, or 5m, simply 5n. Next, multiply mo siya by this one, itong product. Or, to better understood, we're going to rewrite it. So 15n squared minus 2n minus 24 divided by 3n minus 4. So the first terms, ito yung mga first term. So, divide mo. 15n squared divided by 3n, it's 5n. Next, multiply. After dividing, it's multiply. So, 5n times 3n, it's 15n squared. Dapat ito magkatulad yan sila kapag after multiplying. So, kasi kapag hindi yan magkatulad, ibig sabihin mali yung division. So, 5 times 4, it's negative 20. 5n times negative 4 is negative 20n. So negative 20n. So next is minus. So 15 minus 15 is 0. So cancel. So negative 2 minus negative 20. Negative 2 minus 20. It's negative 22. So negative 22 n. So subtract similar terms. Next, divide the first term by the difference. So after that one, you simply bring down yung next term. So negative 22n minus 24. So negative 22n is 24. Parang mali ang ating. Bakit ganito? Bakit negative 2? Bakit 18 dito? So I think we're right. Negative 2 minus minus 20. So negative 2 pala minus negative 20. So mali pala tayo. Sorry for that. It's negative. It's positive 18. Mabuti na lang meron kang example. So positive 18 pala. Sorry. So positive 18. 18n divided by 3n. So first term, the same process in here. Yung first term, divide mo by first term. So 18n divided by 3n. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. Cancel. So 6 na lang. So positive 6. So 6 times, ito lang i-times mo. 6 times 3n, it's 18. And 6 times 24, 6 times 6, 6 times 4 is negative 24. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Minus, any number minus subtracted by itself is 0. So, magkatulad itong dalawa, so the answer is 0. So, 18 minus 18 is 0, negative 24 minus negative 24 is 0. Ibig sabihin, ang 15n squared minus 2n minus 24 divided by 3n minus 4 is 5n plus 6. So, that's how you're going to divide and multiply algebraic expression. So to better understood, there's the last example. So divide 6x cubed minus 3x plus 2z plus 3 divided by x minus 2. So next, check kapag bakit z? X dapat. So i-check mo muna. So it should be x. So, i-check mo muna dapat naka-descending yung exponent. So, 3, 2, 1, 0. So, tama yung exponent. So, naka-descending na. Tapos, walang kulang. Did we cap it right? Next, divided by x minus 2. So, first by first, divide 6x cubed divided by x. So, 6, copy ng 6, x cubed divided by x. So, i-minus mo exponent, 3 minus 2, and 3 minus 1 is x to the 2. So, 6x squared. So, 6x squared. So, multiply 6x squared by x. So, that's 6x cubed. 6 times negative 2, negative 12x squared. Minus 0, kasi 6 minus 6 is 0. Dapat 0 palagi ang answer. So, negative 3 minus negative 12. Magiging positive 9. 9x squared. Copy x squared. Bring down mo yung 2x. Bring down mo yung isang term lang. Or pwede dalawa, but you can have it only the next term. So 9 divided by the first term, 9 divided by x, or 9x squared divided by x, first by first. So copy 9x, 2 minus 1, it's 1, to x to the 1, or 9x, positive 9x. 9x times x is 9x squared. 9x times negative 2, it's negative 18x. Over minus 9 minus 9 is 0. 2 minus negative 18. 2 minus negative 18 plus plus is equal to positive 20. So 20x, bring down mo naman yung 3 plus 3. So 20x, first by first, 20x divided by x, that's 20. Cancel mo yung x kasi magkapareho sila ng x lang. So natira is x, or 1 minus 1, x to the 0. Kapag x to the 0, pwede mo i-cancel. So 20. So plus positive 20. So positive 20, it's equal to, multiply 20 times x is 20x. 20 times negative 2, it's negative 40. Minus 0, 20 minus 20, 0. Positive 3 minus 40. 3 minus 40. Negative 40. 3 minus negative 40, positive, positive, it's equal to 43. So 43. So the answer is 6x squared plus 9x plus 20. Itong yung answer. Plus or remainder 43. Or to write it, 6x squared plus 9x plus 20 plus itong remainder, natira na 43 over x minus 2. Or simply write it like this. Are we correct? 6x squared plus 9x plus 20, so tamang answer. So may remainder siya na 43, so you can write it like this. Or this one. So that's how you're going to multiply and divide polynomials.